Hey friends, welcome to our weekly stream. Today we are going to be testing some snow globe tumblers, and we're gonna test all these different mixes so you can decide which is best for you. If this is your first time stumbling upon my channel, we go live every single week on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Central, and I also post a tutorial every Thursday afternoon. So if you enjoy the stream, make sure you subscribe and leave me a comment whether you're here live or on the replay. So let's see who is here today. Kim, hello Kim, and Corinne is here. Annette, Sherry, hello. Hi Jay, Angela, I am so glad you're here. Those are such nice words. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad you enjoy the videos and the streams, and I've been able to help you learn how to make tumblers. So hello. All right, so an overview of the supplies. You will need a double-walled tumbler because what we're doing is we're putting the glitter in between, like the inside layer and the outside layer. You can use any double-walled tumbler that you want. I'm working with some glass ones today, but you can use acrylic, plastic, whatever you have available to you. What I like about the glass, these ones are actually sublimation. I won't be sublimating on them, but they come with the hole on the bottom. And if you want acrylic tumblers, I highly recommend, I highly recommend Glitzy Creations. Quita over there sells pre-drilled acrylic tumblers. Otherwise, you're going to have to drill the hole yourself. I have an older video on how to do that, but a lot of people use like a heat tool thing. I can't think of the name right now. If anybody can read my mind and let me know, it'll come to me. So you need to have a hole on the bottom. Whether it comes with the hole or not is up to you. I've also done a few videos with how I seal the bottom, but we'll talk about that as we go. I was kind of hoping that this would come off, but it's okay. So we are going to be using these glass sublimation double-walled tumblers. I've got chunky glitters, all from Glitter Dip Sips. We'll do a combination of all of these in different cups. And all the links to everything are underneath in the description, as well as discount codes. So, hello, Chris. And I think it's Sharna. I can't tell. For some reason, my contacts are a little blurry. Dawn. Yessie's here. Carol. Hello, Kim. Corinne, these are like solar lights and they like blink. So what's cool is like once there's glitter on here, like it would blink in here instead of having fairy lights. So yeah, these are from Craft Haven. Yes, the hot fix tool, the hot fix. Yes, that's the word. I didn't link one on this video because I always like to get them pre-drilled because it's just one less thing for me to do. But yes, you want to use chunky glitter. When you're doing any snow globe tumbler, you want to use a chunky glitter. The fine glitter just kind of clumps up. It just doesn't work. So I would love to know in the chat what sort of mixes you have done. I personally like the Elmer's Magic Liquid or like the slime activator. I don't have it. It's just in this random bottle that I have. And so I'm going to show you that. We're going to be using vegetable glycerin with 50-50 with water. And we're going to be using baby oil, like straight up baby oil. I was at like the literal grocery store, so I had to get the name brand Johnson & Johnson, but you could probably get it for even cheaper, that Target brand. Hi, Sue. Oh my gosh, I hope you're doing okay and the pain isn't too bad. Oh my gosh, I'll message you later. I hope you're feeling okay, and I'm so glad we can take your mind off of things here tonight. And then I've also in the past done Elmer's glue, like clear Elmer's glue in water. That's like a really, really fast flow. But what I really was like determined to figure out was when you have a snow globe tumbler, of course, like I didn't bring an example down here, naturally, the glitter will settle at the bottom, depending on what mix that you use. So when I first started doing them, like, I don't know, like 3 years ago, we'd have to check my video, my first snow globe video. I was using that Elmer's glue in water, and it would settle to the bottom. And the whole point is, like, when you're drinking it, like, you want the glitter to be moving around. You don't want it to be at the bottom. Because if you have a liquid in here, you can't, like, be turning it upside down and shaking it all around. You know what I mean? So I personally like the slime activator, 50% slime activator, 50% distilled water. But we are going to put them all to the test, and you guys can decide what you like best. So I'm going to get some of my cups ready. This is the 10-ounce snow globe. It's like a mason jar, but it's a duo. So it comes with like a regular mason jar top, as well as this kind of like twinkly light situation, which is kind of fun. I don't know if I'll really ever use these with the light, and I think you can get this off. It's just going to take a second. I've actually not tried to do it, but yeah. So you can take this off and use it just as like a cute cup. Who doesn't love a mason jar? So I have a bunch of these that we're going to use today because they're easy. And I got a bunch of them and then did nothing with them. Story of my life. So let me know. It looks like a lot of you have been making snow globes, which is super exciting. Let me know in the chat if you're happy with the mixture that you've been using. Oh, that's because this one's actually a real tumbler. Here's an example. So this is like a 70% slime activator. So the glitter doesn't really move, but this has been sitting in this box since December, and the glitter is still pretty up and around. So what I like about it is that it doesn't move all that much. It moves a little bit. I'm just putting it upside down so you guys can see. So like if you're enjoying your coffee, like it's gonna stay like this, you know, which is what you want when you're like drinking your coffee. You want it to, you don't want all the glitter to settle at the bottom. So this is the slime activator tumbler. So we won't be using that one. Whoops. Okay, let me read the comments. I like the slime activator with half water the best. Yes, me too. Oh, a glycerin for a calming jar. Yes. Yessie, I'm curious if you did, first things first, it's so good to see your name. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm curious if you did straight glycerin or if you mixed it with water. Because if you did the straight vegetable glycerin, I think it would be a lot like the slime activator. It has a similar consistency. Whoops. Oh, and these come with like a little hook so you can hang the mason jar with the light, like as decor. Okay, I use slime activator and water, but I'm not sure how far to fill it. Okay, well, I will talk about that today. I did the glycerin and water and did not like it that it sat at the bottom. Yes, I kind of feel the same way. And the thing about it is it really is personal preference. It's personal preference. I guess my thought is both, like, what it looks like and, like, is it functional? You know, like I said, I really want to be able to enjoy my drink with glitter in my cup, not all sitting at the bottom. And I have many that I still use, but like while I'm drinking it, the glitter's just at the bottom. Okay. Oh, and then I also forgot I bought this Two Moms Craft Shack Magic Flow. I have no idea what is in it. I saw like an ad, probably because I was talking about snow globe tumblers. And I thought, oh, maybe I should test that. So those are our options today. So the first thing that we need to do is fill it with our glitter. And remember, we're going to do a chunky. I'm just going to use some tape because I don't know where my small funnels are, unfortunately. So you'll have to bear with me. Clear, glue, and water, and looking for a better option. Yes, I like how it looks while it's like flowing with the clear glue and water, but realistically, I don't like how fast it settles to the bottom, you know? So I'm going to just fill these up with glitter first. We'll get all the glittering out of the way. Yasmin, that's okay. You're not really late. We haven't done all that much. I'm just kind of talking about snow globe tumblers and what we do and what we need, so you can always catch that. The other thing is that I'm curious in the comments in the chat. I have some tutorials of snow globe tumblers where I also did a decal on the outside and I did grand finale on the outside. Let me know if you would like to see that tutorial. They are like Christmassy winter themed because that's when I did them, but I just haven't edited or posted that tutorial. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. Okay, so I'm going to start with Lotus. This is from Glitter Dip Sips. It's like one of her spring glitters. It's so cute. And I've been like dying to use it. So I'm just going to fill up this glitter. If you have a small funnel, that is best, honestly, just in terms of mess. But you can do like I did and just use some painter's tape. You could like roll up your own funnel with paper. Like it doesn't have to be that fancy. But if you kind of go slow, you can almost like just pour it right in. These holes are a little bit, they're like a good size. Okay, I'm going to fill it up a little bit more, and then I'm going to check the comments. Maybe a little too much glitter, but it's fine. And that's like another thing too. You'll kind of play around with the different looks. Like not only will you be playing around with the liquid that you use, but you'll want to play around with how much glitter that you're putting in. So this is the amount of glitter I'm going to put in for this one right now. It's about like, I don't know, about a third of the way up, maybe. It's not exact. But before we add in the liquids, I'm just going to continue on with these glitters. This one is called Shamrock Shake. I mix with water. I put like a tablespoon of glycerin and the glitter cups clumps at the top. Yeah. You might need a little bit more water, or maybe just glycerin isn't your favorite option. But people swear by it, you know? Like people are like really, you know, that's how people are though. Like in the Tumblr world, in the crafting world, people are like really attached to what they do. And people will like probably like have a lot of words to say to somebody else about using something else on TikTok or something crazy. So I usually fill about a third of the way up. I do sometimes like to go a little heavier on the glitter. Just, you don't want to use too much because it can clump, but you don't want to, but you want to have enough where it looks like full, you know, like you don't want it to like, if you don't have enough glitter, it's just going to like have barely any glitter in there and it's not going to give you that look that you're probably going for. So this glitter is called Shamrock Shake, and I'm excited because I'm going to make myself a little St. Patrick's Day mason jar cup. I have an Irish name. I'm not actually Irish, but, you know, I married somebody who is. Okay, I'm going to go just a little bit more. Okay. 4 ounces of water, 2 ounces of glycerin, and 2 ounces of clear glue. Okay, so half of it water, and then a quarter of it glycerin, and a quarter of it glue. That's an interesting option. I don't have that readily available, but I could test that at a later date if anybody wants to do that. So here's what mine looks like with the glitter in it. Some of it is stuck up here, but mostly it's filled up to about right here, which is about 1/3 of the way. Okay, I've got 3 more. Well, I've got 2 cups currently. 2 cups and 3 glitters. I mean, I have other cups, but I think we only had 4. So what do you guys think? Which ones do you want? We've got Floral Coral. We got to pick 2. And we've got Pot of Gold, which is a gold that kind of color shifts a little bit to like a green, like a holographic with a green. And I grabbed this one called the Drive-In. I need your help to pick 2 while I kind of clean up some of these. Let me know in the chat which 2 we should do. Floral Coral, Pot of Gold, or the Drive-In. Pink, gold, or blue? You pick 2. Coral. Drive-In and gold, 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 gold. Oh, gold and the Drive-In together? Well, we could do that. Seems like totally split. I do feel like Floral Coral is like kind of summery. It's different, obviously very different than this one, but it's kind of a similar vibe. Okay. We're going to do gold. I can totally mix them. I think I'm going to mix these 2 together, but I'm going to do just a little bit of gold and a little bit of this Drive-In. They both kind of have the same like rainbow. We'll see how it works. This does have like a little green and purple in it, so it'll be interesting to see how it mixes, but we can do a little bit of both. I'm going to do mostly the blue and a little bit of gold. I can always add more glitter later. That's the good news. You can always add more. So I'm just going to put a little bit of gold in there. And then we'll do a Drive-In. And so if it's your first time with us ever, I used to go live every week and then I took a few months off and now we're back. So this week we're doing our snow globes. I can't remember the exact days or when, but the next few lives coming up, we're going to do a charcuterie board. And we're going to do some wood grain tumblers. And then I'm going to show you how to mix glitter in with Grand Finale on one of them. And kind of talk about whether or not you should do that coming in. So if you've been curious about mixing glitter in with your Grand Finale, definitely make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that live stream. And then there's one other that I'm missing, but I think you'll be excited about it. So make sure that you guys subscribe. So here is the gold and the drive-in together. We'll see how that holds up. I did a little bit of gold and more of the drive-in blue. And then, do you prefer chunky or fine glitter? Kate, you want to use chunky glitter. The fine glitter really just doesn't work with this style. Some people will even like strain out using like a tea strainer the fine glitter from a chunky mix, because it can like cause, it just kind of clumps up and it doesn't give the look that you want it to have. I don't personally feel like it's necessary to sift out the fine glitter with these, but some people do. So you'll see them doing that because you really just want the chunky flakes. But I just use the chunky mix and I think it works well. Okay. Hello, Tony's here, first timer. We're so glad you are here. We are currently, those of you who have hopped on late, we're just putting in the glitter to these. I'm using mason jars that come pre-drilled, but you can use any double-walled tumbler. You can drill the hole yourself. You can get them pre-drilled, and you can, yeah, that's about it. And now we're gonna test different mixes. I'm just going to take off the tape on these over my garbage can. So I can minimize my glitter mess over here. And we are going to test, whoops, that backfired. We're going to test 4 different liquid mixtures. And I'm going to show you what they look like so you guys can decide if you like any of them better than what you're currently doing, or if you just don't know where to start. I'm just going to mix up this gold and the blue beforehand, just in case. Looks pretty cool. It looks a little bit more like green in these lights, I feel like, but I think that's the gold that kind of color shifts to green. It's picking it up a lot, but that looks pretty cool. Okay, so first, what should we do? Let's do, in this one, I'm gonna need some paper towel. I am going to clean this up a sec. Hang on. I'm going to do my 50-50 glycerin to water. I've already mixed it. So basically, I emptied out into another container till it was half full. And then I poured in my distilled water with a funnel. And I am going to use a syringe to transfer liquid into here. It's easy enough, right? So this is 50-50, half and half, vegetable glycerin and distilled water. And I'm just going to fill it, not all the way. I'm filling it up about halfway. I'll show you in a sec. Maybe a little bit more than half. Before I go any further, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I filled the water to about like right where my thumb is. You can kind of see. I'm going to shake it up before I go any further to get all of my glitter mixed in with this glycerin, okay, and water mixture. And then I'm going to continue to fill it more. And you can see, like, I might need to change this camera. Hold on. Maybe we'll do this. You guys can let me know. Hold on. Maybe we'll do it this way. Maybe this will be better. So I'm just shaking it up, and here you can see like it oops, no, sorry, camera's down here. It falls pretty quickly, but I still have to fill it up more. It does look to me like it has a good amount of glitter, but at this point, after you shake it and you're like, you know what, it feels like I don't quite have enough glitter, you can add more. And I'm just gonna fill the rest of this full to the top. And I kind of like to like tap it a little bit, or like even with my hand, to get all of any air pockets to the top, because that will also help with glitter falling. Like the less air you have in there, the less places your glitter has to escape to. So I'm kind of just filling this up. And I'm like tilting it around to just try to keep like the air bubble right here at the top. And I'm not going to plug this hole on tonight's stream, but I can talk to you about it. So you can see, whoops, I'm sorry. I'm like trying to figure out this new angle here that I've got going on. It's a lot lower than I thought it was. So I still need to fill it up a little bit more, but you can see like that big bubble comes to the top, right? So, but if that's as far as the glitter falls down, like that's not too bad, but it happens like immediately. So it's just something to consider. You could also do like a 60-40 glycerin to water, like use less water will keep it a little bit thicker, because the glycerin is the thick one, right? Not the water. So now this is completely full. Just tapping to make sure I get all the air out. I'm going to shake it up one more time. And you can see now that it's full, the glitter's still moving. It's not fully falling yet. Like, it'll definitely take probably a couple minutes, or like 1 minute maybe, to completely fall to the bottom. But you can kind of see it starting, right? So that's the glycerin 50-50. I like it. It's decently suspended. It's not bad. I'm going to let that hang out over there now. Okay. So what do we got next? I wanted to try I'm going to do my slime activator, 50% slime activator, 50% distilled water. And I'm going to just do the same thing. And we can compare the two. And you can see I'm kind of moving it around so air bubbles don't form. But before I fill it up all the way, we're going to shake it up to get all of that glitter coated and not stuck at the top. I love the volcano look. This glitter, you guys, is so cute. Like, oh, it's like pink and purple. It's like cotton candy. Little blue in there. Well, like it's kind of silvery, like iridescent. So once you shake that up, you can then finish filling it up to the top. If you start to get, like, sometimes it'll start to bubble. just take out your, whatever you're using. Like this, I'm just doing straight from the bottle, but the one before, I was using the syringe. Give it a little bit of a shake. And you want to fill it all the way. Like if you don't fill it all the way, then the glitter is going to definitely fall down because of science and gravity. And I don't know much more beyond that, if I'm being honest. Okay, so we're going to take a pole. See, that's what I mean. Like it bubbles up a little bit. Just kind of tap, tap, tap. You might need to poke it with something. Sometimes you just got to wipe it away to get it to go away. Okay, almost full here. Since this mixture is a little bit thicker, it just takes a little bit longer at the end because it'll like bubble up a little easier. So once you do that, shake it one last time for now. And then you can see, oops, sorry. It really stays where it is. I gotta shake this one a little bit better. Hang on. And then you can like see that it stays a lot more. Oh, sorry, you guys. I'm like really having trouble with this camera angle. Like it doesn't move a whole lot, which I like because it's just gonna keep this like full kind of glitter look the entire time. But you can see there's still an air pocket in there, so it does move up and down. This is the 50% of the slime activator and 50% water. Yes, you can do 2 holes, but the whole point for me is that I don't really want to make my own holes because it's just effort. And I feel like if you just take your time, you don't really need it, but you can totally add in a second hole if you need to. Okay, so this one, so like if you can see now, like this green one with the vegetable glycerin has already settled, so we'll need to shake it. And then you can enjoy your drink, but know that it will settle a little bit by the time, you know, in just a couple of minutes. But I do like how the glitter moves. It looks nice. And then this one is more just moves a little bit. Like very little movement. You could also do more of like I said, a 60-40 with your you know, adding more water and less glue. But it just depends. Like this one's already starting to settle. So, I don't know if you guys can see that. But already starting to settle. So, just like me personally, when I'm drinking out of my cup, I don't want it to look like this. I want it to look full. But that's just me. That's just my opinion and my preference. They're all great. You can use whichever one you want. Okay, the next one we're going to do is just straight baby oil. Probably should have opened it first. Okay, and then I didn't think too much about this. We're going to use our syringe. Whew, I haven't smelled baby oil in a while. That is like a core memory right there. Okay. And I'm just going to fill up my next one. And we can see which one we like. Oh, I think my glycerin dried in here. Whoop. I like this oily. Okay, there we go. So this one I'm just doing straight baby oil. It is really thin. I wouldn't mix it with water. I think that's just gonna keep it. That's just gonna make it. Well, I guess I should say. I was gonna say worse, but that's really like a. That again, that's a preference. But for me, like, I feel like adding water to something that's already thin is just making it more thin and more settling down at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to shake it up. Remember, do this after you fill it up just a little bit because you want to get all of your glitter coated in whatever you're putting in there so it has the ability to flow. Because if you don't get it like covered, it's just going to kind of stick at the top. This, my hands are very slimy now, and this is very slimy. So just beware if you're using baby oil. I'm going to kind of tap it a little bit. It's kind of stuck up here at the top. I used kind of a lot of glitter in this one. Okay. I should have done this one last. Whew! It is slimy. Oily. Can't believe people would just put this on their skin to sunbathe. Alrighty, this syringe is like not happy with me, but we're gonna hope we can get through this. Almost there on this one. Alcohol, yes, will be your friend. Of course, my rubbing alcohol is behind me by my 3D printers because I was having to fix those earlier today. All right, let's shake this one up. My arm is tired, I'm not gonna lie, up here from all this cup making. So the baby oil, because just it's it's oily, the glitter is gonna flow a lot faster. So if you like the glitter to have a lot of fast flow, you might like the baby oil option. I also might transfer it to a bottle like the one I was using before, so you don't have to do the syringe every time. Just makes it a little bit easier if you get just like a squeeze bottle like this. Or if you guys are here because you also make tumblers, like saving your squeeze bottles from your grand finale or your paints, that's what that one is. I had a big thing of grand finale, and when I was done with it, I swapped it out to be my Elmer's glue. Okay. Okay, so I definitely filled this one up with a good amount of glitter. So I think I might like this. But I used a little too much glitter in this one. It's not a whole lot of movement, which is nice though. Like, it feels like sorry guys, I'm just gonna try to get out a little bit of that liquid here. So this one you can see, if you look closely, you can see it moving. Again, I used kind of a lot of glitter, so it's not moving all that much. But I like it. I like the baby oil. Has a lot of potential. So we'll see what it looks like. Yasmin, these cups are from Craft Haven. She sells the sublimation tumblers that have the hole in them already. So here's that glycerin one after sitting for a while. So you can shake it up, but after a couple minutes, that's what it looks like. This is the Elmer's glue. Not the Elmer's, well, the Elmer's slime activator magic glue. Just stays pretty full. And then you can see here, this one's already starting to settle, but since I used kind of a lot of glitter, it actually looks decent still. But shake it up. You can see the glitter start to fall. I don't know if you can even see it, but okay, so those are the 3 so far. I would love to hear in the chat which one you like so far, which one you think you're gonna try. The last one that I have is this Magic Flow. Like I said, I don't know, honestly don't know what it is, but it's from Two Moms Craft Shack. And I'm going to pour it into a... These are the mason jar duos. I don't know about this. Oh, here. My hands are so slimy. Okay. We're going to have to... There we go. Okay, so this one definitely will need to be poured into something else. Again, like a squeeze bottle. These are basically just condiment bottles, like that you could get at the store or you can get them online. And we're going to see if we like this one. I have no idea what it is. Baby oil, vote for baby oil, vote for magic liquid. Yeah, and you know, like, I like them both. I like this baby oil one, too. I think I like that better than the glycerin. Only just because, like I said, I don't want it to be separated. But it's not like it's the end of the world if you like it. Okay, and then I'm going to use this same syringe. I probably should use a different one, but it's not what we're doing today. So I'm just going to put a little bit in here. This kind of looks like a glycerin-y kind of mix. Like if I'm just looking at it, like just the way it's kind of reacting with the water, I think it's a glycerin, but I'm just making that up. I have no idea. It might be on their it might be on their website. I just literally didn't even look. But it looks like it's a glycerin water mixture. Sure, okay. Looks like it's a glycerin and water mix. I don't know if it's 50-50 or what. I don't think it's 50-50. It looks a little bit more watery. I did peekaboos on most of my glycerin ones. Yeah. And like that's, yeah. And something to try too is like if you already have the glycerin, try, you can try doing more glycerin and less water. So maybe you're going to do like 60-40 or 70-30 with more glycerin and not thinning it out as much with the water. Do you think if you have beverages in there, it will determine the float as well? No, because it will not. It really won't matter what you put inside, like, to drink, because these are completely separate. So there's, like, basically, it's called a double-walled tumbler. So the inside is completely separated from this outside. Oh, Michelle, I'm glad you made it. Oh, somebody says their website says it's water and glycerin. So, yeah, I was right. Love that. That was more of a, you know what? I should probably get this for my live stream from this Instagram ad. And I didn't even really look at it. All right, are there any questions on the snow globe tumblers? I tested 4, and I will show you them all again. 4 different insides. Whoops. This is the floral coral, by the way. It's super cute. I feel like I could have used a little bit more glitter in here. I could add more, but I think I like, it's behaving just like the other glycerin, but it could be maybe a little bit different. Maybe. Oops, I filled this one up a little too high. There we go. So if you shake this one up, it looks good. Like right away, I like how it looks. I like how it's moving. It has a lot of potential. I think with a little bit more glitter, this one would look good. But it will settle. We'll see how long it takes. So this is the Magic Flow from, the Two Moms Craft Shack. The flow is nice. Again, this one really could use a little bit more glitter. Just a tad bit. But the other ones, the other two, I have like too much glitter. So here is that original 50-50 glycerin and water. And then if you shake it up, it looks really good. And it flows and it moves nicely. So that's how this looks. Like, I love how it's moving. It just settles really, really quickly. If you don't mind the settling, I think I like the way that the glitter moves on this one. Definitely a lot. Here is the slime activator. It's just still chilling. It doesn't move all that much. But a little bit. You can kind of see a little movement, but it won't really settle, which is nice. Kind of stays in that suspended area. And then this one is the baby oil. And again, I used a lot of glitter on this one. A little too much glitter, but here, let me see if I can show you. You can see the glitter falling. It looks nice. And it doesn't settle as much as, yeah, so it looks like this. These two are the same. The Two Moms Craft Shack is just 50-50 glycerin and water. And the flow is really nice when you shake it up. But the thing to think about is you're going to be drinking a drink out of here for, I don't know how long it takes, but depending on what you're drinking, it could be all day. So, you know, if you don't mind that every, you know, after a couple minutes it's going to settle, then maybe you like the glycerin and the water. This glitter looks kind of weird, sorry. But I think I actually really like the baby oil too. I might do another one with baby oil and try not to like have too much glitter in there. So we've got, these two are the glycerin and the water. This is baby oil. No, sorry. That's backwards in my camera. I'm struggling. Okay, this one is baby oil and this one is the magic slime activator. And they're just all a little bit different. If you want the glitter to kind of not move much, try that slime activator. I would even maybe do like 60% water and 40% of the slime activator to thin it out a little bit. And then I like the baby oil as well. This one just has like, I use too much glitter in this one, so it's not getting a lot of movement, but if as it sits like overnight, it might be fine. And then these are the glycerin, which have really good movement. I like the movement. I just personally don't like the settling of the glitter, but that might not bother you. You can use, I think the food coloring would stay separated from the glycerin, but possibly the like glue and water one, it would mix a little bit better because it's like a water based, whereas like oil, the glycerin is more of an oil, I think. I don't actually know, but I have seen people do, here, I can bring this up. Whoops. I have seen people do kind of like a blood spatter, like a crime scene themed snow globe, and I think that they use food coloring for that, or they might have used alcohol inks. I have to test specifically, but you could put a little bit of like a paint in there or something to, yeah, kind of blend in with the glitter. So I will let these chill for quite a while, a couple hours usually. Some of the cups that you will buy will come with like a plug. You can put a little piece of clear vinyl. I use like a silicone caulk to fill the hole, and then I'll do some Grand Finale on the top. Some people will do UV resin to do the top as well. So Kate, I can test food coloring. I believe I have some in my kitchen. So maybe tomorrow I can see what happens with some food coloring. But do you guys have any questions on these snow globes? These mason jars are super cute, but any double-walled cup will work. And even if it doesn't come with a hole on the bottom, you can make the hole yourself.
Could you try again?
So here's this one, a little bit. Sorry, I'm having trouble shaking them because my hands are really oily from the baby oil.
How to respond to that?
Okay. So this one doesn't really have I would like a little bit more glitter in this one, but so that would probably help a little bit. But this one has a good amount of glitter. It just settles, but once I, shake it up, it looks really good. I love that green. And then here's the baby oil. Again, I used too much glitter in this one, so it's hard to tell. But I think the baby oil has a lot of potential. I'm going to see how it does tomorrow after it kind of sits a little bit longer, but I like the baby oil. It has potential. So if you want to, I will definitely follow me on Instagram too. I'm going to post like a Zoom, whatever. I can't think of words. I'm so tired, you guys. I went to a 5:30 a.m. workout class today, and I'm still struggling. So I will like get close-ups and post videos later, kind of after I seal these up, and I'll put some decals on them. But Kate says it's her first live stream, and she likes how interactive I am, and I love you for being here, and thank you for your kind words. I hope to see you next Monday. I'm not gonna put grand finale on the outside of these ones. I'm gonna put the silicone caulk here on the top, and then I'll do like 3 coats just on the top, just to like seal it in. But you want to make sure you sand it, or you can use UV resin as well. Or honestly though, like the silicone caulk, you don't have to put anything on top of it. So what I'll do is and you guys can watch my other videos on this, but I'll plug it with silicone caulk, let that dry, and then do a second coat, and I just kind of take my finger to smooth it out, and that's all I do. I have my very first snow globe tumbler that I made. My mom is like 3 years old, and it's still going strong. So I just use the caulk because I don't like to use UV resin, but my hands are full of glitter and oil, and it's a great day. So I'm super glad that you guys are here with me tonight. Make sure you subscribe. Next week we are going to actually, I'm not 100% sure what's up next week, but we're going to do wood grains 4 ways, including the Crystalac inks. We're going to do a charcuterie board, kind of decorate like the handle of it. We're going to talk about mixing glitter with grand finale, and there's something else on the agenda, but I can't think about it. So I'm so glad you were able to be here, Sue. I've been thinking about you. I hope you're feeling okay, and I'm glad that you can just sit and relax and take care of yourself. And thanks, Mom. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I will see you guys next week. Every week, Mondays at 7:30, doing some sort of craft, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. I will see you all next week.